The views and opinions expressed in this broadcast do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions of WBGR Network.
Happy Thursday and welcome back. Thank you for coming back and tuning in with me. I appreciate you all. I kind of missed you all this week, so I hope everybody's having a wonderful Thursday. And I hear the rain outside now, so hopefully everybody's in, pulling up your Facebook pages, and you can share a watch party for me. Start a watch party and share this for us, because we got some great things for you today. So before we get started, because I have an amazing guest today, I'm so excited. Yes, all of my guests are amazing, but I just get excited each time they come. But I want to welcome you back and thank you again for last week. We had 1.4K viewers last week, and I thank God. I thank you, and I'm just so grateful. So I appreciate you all. I want to give you some announcements. We have some upcoming shows tomorrow night. Did you get your tickets yet? Because Anissa Hargrove and Latrice Bush, they will be at the City Winery. So if you didn't get your ticket, you need to get your ticket right now. So I tell you what, get your ticket, and the first person who comes to me, because I will be there with 11 other young ladies, get your ticket, come introduce yourself to me, and let me know. The first person to introduce themselves to me and let me know that you got your ticket because you watched my show, I'm going to have a gift for you. So don't forget, get your ticket and come on over to introduce yourself to me, and I'm going to have something for you. Don't forget LML Production, Big Craft Feast Saturday. We are actually sold out. How about that? So Lizelle Johnson, you rock. Michelle Bailey, you rock. Lisa Harris Green, I'm going to pat myself on the back too. I rock. But we have a few other things. We have a Diamond and Pearls vending event coming up, and that will be on 9/21 and 9/22 and 11/9 and 11/10. It's going to be a back-to-back vending event hosted by Big G and Family Catering and Exclusively for You by Lisa. So if you're interested, it will be at the Den at 9400 Fort Washington, Livingston Road, Fort Washington, Maryland. So we will be holding it there. So we want you to come on out. If you're interested in being a vendor, let me know, and we will get you in there. Also, we want to do a few birthday shout outs for this week. Of course, everybody give it up for Big G. His birthday was on the 10th. Happy birthday. I love you, honey. Also, Shaquita Pettis, my cousin, her birthday is today. And Jaquetta West Cox, her birthday was yesterday. These are some beautiful people and people that mean a little something in my life. So I like to share that when they have good news. Also, what else we have going on? I'm going to give you a quick scripture because I don't want to hold up anything from us getting to our guest today. Because let me tell you, she has a story to tell us. She does a lot, and she's got some things coming up she wants to tell us about. So we have, I want to give you the scripture for this week is 2 Thessalonians 3:3. But the Lord is faithful, and he will strengthen you and protect you from all evil. So remember that whatever you're going through or whatever you've been through this week, he got you. He will protect you. Don't worry about it. Okay? So now we're going to take a commercial break, and then I'm going to talk to a few people. Hello, Nadine. I'm going to talk to a few people on Facebook while we take a commercial break, and we will be back with Miss LaRae of LaRae Productions. Who's excited about that? I know I am. So we'll see you in a few. The bio. So is that light on? So we're back for a few minutes. We're gonna welcome Miss LaRae, but I'm not gonna say anything because I want them to play her bio and give you a little bit about her before she gets started. So let's run Miss LaRae's bio, and then we're gonna run a video, and then we're gonna have some fun. I'm so happy to have you.
Thank you.
LaRae is a multi-genre vocalist, songwriter, actress, playwright, and director. Whether she is singing, acting, or directing, she brings the unapologetic passion and enthusiasm that leaves an impression on her audiences. In 2017, LaRae released her self-titled project, LaRae, Her Story, Her Voice, and was featured in the hit stage plays such as The Man Monster and Fabulous 40 and Over. In 2018, LaRae became the CEO and founder of LaRae Productions, in which she released her first stage play production, The Ties That Bind, that was released in September 2018 and February 2019. LaRae is currently hosting her own podcast, Real Talk with LaRae, which airs on Sunday night at 6 p.m. live on Facebook. In between time, LaRae is working on her next upcoming stage play production, as well as other projects that will release in spring/summer 2020. I bring to you Miss LaRae of LaRae Productions.
again, I want to welcome you, Miss LaRae. Thank you for taking the time to come out on my show. I really appreciate it. I called this young lady, and I actually inboxed her on Facebook, and I said, LaRae, are you available next Thursday? She said, give me 1 second. 5 minutes later, she said, I'm there. What I need to do. So I appreciate that. I appreciate you having the open heart and the willingness to come.
Thank you for having me.
Tell me a little bit about LaRae, because you sing,
yes.
You write songs, you write plays, you do it all, and you have an upcoming play.
Yes.
But let's go back first and tell us about your story.
So first I started off as an artist, and the title of my album was LaRae, Her Story, Her Voice.
Okay.
And with that, it was songs that related to different things that I've gone through in my life. And then it just talks about my love and for Christ and faith and just how I made it through some of the toughest times in my life.
Okay.
So that was truly exciting for me to finish an album. I'm so excited for that. And then after that, I got back into acting. I was featured in 2 stage plays, The Man Monster, which was written by T.V. Garner, and it was based on her life. So I played T.V. Garner, and it was exciting to actually play someone else's life and they watch it unfold. It was an amazing play. Then I went on and did a play with Deron Cloud, which has always been a dream of mine since 16.
Wow.
I've known Deron when we went back to the Church of Great Commission, and he always did our plays there. So I saw that he was doing auditions for a play called Fabulously 40 and Over. So I said, hey, this is my chance, my opportunity. And it was an amazing play. So just doing those 2 plays, I got the acting bug again.
There you go.
And then about 10 years ago, I had started writing my own play. It was really supposed to be a book.
Okay.
But I said, let me see how to be if I did a play. But I wrote it out, but I just put it to the side because I had so much other things going on. Being a wife, being a mother, trying to work, still take care of home. So after doing the 2 plays, then God spoke to me. And he told me, it's your time. And I'm like, it's my time for what? It's your time to bring forth what I have given you. So it's your time to bring forth this play. And I was like, I don't think I can do that. I'm not equipped to do something like that. But God said, put your trust in me and I will make you great. So I did just that, had a meeting with my manager.
Okay.
She was like, well, what do you want to do now that your album is done? I said, well, I want to do my play. She said, okay, let's do it. So that's when we set up auditions. And it was like I really didn't have to audition because God put people in my path that was supposed to be in certain roles of the play. The play was called The Ties That Bind, and I had a cast of 21 the first go round. So we did it twice.
Because I know a few of your cast members, the Manleys,
yes.
Roz and Tony,
yes,
and also Mignon Brown.
Yes,
she was in the play. So, and also Miss Manley, she was in the play. She told me I'm part of the play too. I just love her.
She was one of my vendors. She actually wasn't, but she was one of my vendors, and she was amazing. She had her own table.
Yes.
She was amazing, and to have the Manleys, they were amazing. And
yes,
this was, I believe, Tony's first time being on stage, and he did an amazing job. No, you could not tell. But people that were in the roles, some of them I did not realize that the role that they were in were actually their life. I never knew that because I never really sat down with any of the cast members to say, okay, tell me your story.
Right.
So, like I said, some people didn't have to audition. They it was just placed on my heart that they need to be here. And all of them did an amazing job. So we first released the play in September of 2018, and then we got an overwhelming response. So I brought it back February of this year, and this time I did 3 shows this time. Because we had understudies. And, normally when you have an understudy, the understudy is only there just to fill in if the main actor. But because my understudies were so good, I had to have a show for them. I just had to. And we received overwhelming responses from the second time. So we did 5 shows total, and it was amazing.
So tell me, when you're writing your plays, how long does it take you to write a play? Because I know you put a play together like quickly, and your songs and working on your album, you move fast. How does it come to you so quickly? Like, I know you said it's about your life and all that, but how do you put it together in a play? And you're turning into Tyler Perry on me, because you just put it together and next thing you know, it's advertised. We're selling tickets because Roz will advertise for you.
Right.
So tell me, how does it come to you like, this is how it should be, and mold it together and bringing your people in?
Well, with the Ties That Bind, like I said, I actually started it in 2007. And it started with one title. And then when I picked it back up a couple of years later, there was another title. Then when I picked it back up again, there was another title. So this time around, when God said it was my time, I'm like, okay, what can I name it? Because I actually spoke to someone and he said to me, you want to make sure you have a name that pops. You know, whenever I write a production, I always write a production with a name that pops, because that makes people want to see it. So I had to pray on that, because I didn't know until God put it to me, the Ties That Bind. And what we were talking about in the play, we were talking about real life issues. So we was addressing sexual abuse, mental, physical, emotional abuse. We was addressing suicide. We was addressing your faith, the test of faith, and tying all of those together was the Ties That Bind, because that's what we deal with within our community. And it was the story of four families, and each family had their own issues that they was dealing with, but I had one main family who each member of their family was hit with something. Because you always have that one family that everything goes through, and it tests your faith. And to be able to go through those different issues and still hold on to your faith, sometimes it's hard to do that. Sometimes people just give up. It's like, I can't take it. But with that, it was amazing to bring that forth, and it kind of puts me in the mind of the movie Crash. How Crash touched on 4 different sceneries, but then in the end, it came together. Everything tied together.
So your new play. I don't know how much you want to tell us, but what is it? Can I ask what is it about?
Well,
and tell us what you want to tell us about it, because I don't want to put it out there until you're ready. But tell us a little bit about it. Well, which angle it's going in. Tell us something.
I will say this: the new play that I'm working on is something that I'm working on with my husband. Which is very exciting. And the play will actually be an unfold story of our marriage. It's going to be an inside look of us. And sometimes people really don't want to expose certain things that happen in their marriage, maybe because of being embarrassed or shamed. But with Lorraine Productions and anything that comes out of my production company, I always want to touch on real life issues. And so with this play, it will touch on marriage and how to fight for your marriage, because sometimes at the first sight of trouble, people are ready to give up. And you can't. And we've learned that firsthand. So being able to actually sit down and have this conversation with my husband to say, are you okay with opening up doors that we've already closed? And he was fine. There was a lot of things that we experienced in our marriage. It's our first time being married. So we want to be able to be a blessing to those who are married, that are struggling with issues, who are thinking about getting married. And it's not just for married couples, it's also for couples who are engaged, boyfriend and girlfriend who are thinking about it. We just want to be a blessing to them, to let them know marriage is hard, but it's also a blessing. And what we had to understand is, no matter how selfish you want to be, or no matter what you feel like you want to do, if God tell you no, then you gotta listen, because there's nothing else that you can do, and we've gone there. So we're looking to promote the play soon. Looking to bring it out spring of 2020.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna look forward to advertising for you. And yes, transparency is a key.
Yes.
Because you don't know how many people are going through something that you just spoke on, or somebody who just doesn't know how to handle. Okay, my husband and I are going through something, but how do I handle this?
Right.
You know, and some people don't know how to not be independent.
Right.
Because I'll tell a little story about myself. I've been married for 10 years, and I'm a daddy's girl. I'm daddy's baby. I mean, everybody that knows me knows that. So I'm coming home from work one day in my truck. I hear this noise in my truck, and I'm like, oh, what's that? Then my brakes are grinding. I'm like, oh, Lord. My brakes are gone. I had been married 2 weeks. The first thing I did was grab my phone and I called my daddy. And I said, Daddy, my brakes, it's making some noise. He said, okay, baby, I can come take a look at it, but wait a minute. You have a husband. And I said, I sure do. So when I came home and told, my dad got to my husband before I did and told him the story because he thought it was hilarious.
Okay.
So I get in the house, my husband said, I hear you called your daddy. But I am a daddy's girl, and that is so true. When people don't know how to handle things, they have to break the independency, because it's no longer one, it's two.
Absolutely.
Okay? And in our household, we don't argue. We step aside for a minute, then we bring it back together, and then it's okay. You know? But sometimes you just have to walk away for a minute, and you come back, and let everybody cool off. And guess what? Nobody was wrong. We just didn't like what each other said.
Right, right. And people got to understand that it was new for both of us. And, you know, being at a certain age, you're set in your own ways. So sometimes it's hard to adapt. But marriage is about compromising. If you're willing to compromise for the other person, then it'll work. But you can't have a selfish mind and say, well, I'm going to do this because I'm so used to it. Right. No, you can't do that. But, I mean, we've learned a lot. God has shown us a lot in our marriage, and we've been married 13 years. So with us releasing the production, we want to do it hopefully next April, which that will mark our 14th year anniversary. So that's what we're hoping. And I'm really excited that my husband is working with me on this.
Isn't that a blessing?
It is a blessing.
See?
I would have never thought it. See? But I'm super, super excited. Actually, he's more excited than I am. So it's just exciting. You know? It's exciting to sit back and watch him. This is what we got to do. We got a timeline. We're going to do this. We're going to have this. I'm like, okay, you're a little more excited now, but I'm excited. I'm excited, so I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. It's nothing more special than when you love someone so much, they love you that much back.
Yes.
And that's what you get in a marriage. And I tell you, I love Mark. I tell everybody that, but I know he loves me just as much. You can feel it between the two. But I'm actually real quick before we have to cut things short. Tell us real quickly about your CD. You just released a song.
Yes, I did release a song called Just As I Am, and that was a personal song from me to God, because no matter what I did in my life, no matter what wrong roads I went down, God still loved me just as I am. If you want to listen to my music, Lorraine, Her Story, Her Voice, you can actually go on my website at www.lorrainetheartist.com. You will find all my songs on there.
Okay, you gonna give us a taste of the song? You want to tell us what it sounds like?
Not today.
You don't want to tell us a little bit about it? They got to go listen to it.
They got to go to the website.
You wasn't ready, y'all.
I wasn't ready.
But this is I'm very excited for you. I want you all to look out, because when that play is launched and we start advertising, we're going to have some tickets on here.
Yes,
so
definitely.
Get ready to start calling in. We don't take a lot of calls and all that kind of good stuff, but get ready to start calling in, because I'm going to sponsor a few tickets for you, and we're going to do some giveaways on the show, just like we did some giveaways for Anissa Hargrove and Miss Bush, Latrice Bush. We did some giveaways for them. There are 2 tickets that she's on Facebook as we speak, and she's doing a trivia or whatever, so you better check that out so you won't miss out on the tickets. But Big G and Family Catering donated a ticket, and so did Exclusively for You. So make sure that you get out there, because there's so much out there. You don't have to sit home Friday night. Get your ticket. Go out and have a good time. It's nothing like a date night.
Absolutely.
13 years, right?
13
years. You gotta make time for your mate. You gotta make time. You have to go out and have a good time.
Absolutely.
As much as you do for your children,
Mm-hmm.
as much as you do for your grandchildren, as much as you do for your family, you have to stop and take time for family.
Yes.
And you always know that you always know that you love your family so much. And my brother-in-law, he gave me a correction last week, and I told someone I love him to death. He said, and he calls me Lily. Dana says, Lily, you don't tell people you love them to death. You love them to life.
To life.
So,
right.
first of all, Dana, I love you to life for telling me that. But, I love my family to life. I love you for coming on here with me today. And now that we're wrapping up this evening, I want to do a couple shout-outs right quick before we run out of time. I see Miss Vi. That's my co-worker on there, Nadine. Maisha, I see you. Michelle Lockley. Jennifer Good Brown, thank y'all so much for joining us. Y'all don't know what that means. Also, Avis Mack. Avis will be here with us next week with the paparazzi jury. We're going to be checking her out because she is going strong. I saw her buying a Corvette with her $5 jury. Yeah, I'm going to check you out next week.
Corvette.
But she had a Corvette. So y'all better check out Avis' page to Kenya Millhouse. I love you to life. That's for you. Mike Wilburn, Susie Harris, Mommy. I love you, Mommy. Nadine, I love you, girl. I think I ran across your name already once or twice, but I'm trying to scroll down here. Anissa Hargrove, we're going to do our thing tomorrow. Shay Shane, we will see you on the show soon. I love you too. Deneen Malloy. And I think I covered all that I can cover. Anthony Whitfield, how you doing? That's one of our family members. We love him to death, to life as well. But you know what? That's it for our show this week. But I want to tell you, we'll see you at the top because the bottom is way too crowded. God bless you, and we love you to life.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.